What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. As you guys can tell from the title of today's video, we're going to be installing some strut tower braces on my 2003 Infiniti G35. The reason that you guys would install these strut tower braces on your vehicle is so that you can get more rigidity into the chassis of the vehicle without wasting too much money. This, with other modifications like aftermarket sway bars and stiffer springs on your vehicle, will make your vehicle handle a lot better. So what you have right here is a Latex strut tower brace for the front, and I also have this pretty rare still-in rear strut tower brace that's gonna go on my other G35. So we're gonna go ahead and install the first one, which is the front one, which is pretty simple. You're just gonna remove these three fasteners. The camera focuses. You're gonna remove these three fasteners on both sides and basically install the strut tower brace over that. Now I do have a Z1 Motorsports plenum spacer, so I'm hoping that this strut tower brace will clear that. If not, we're gonna have to add some washers over here to make sure that we can clear it. But pretty much that's all we're gonna be doing. Pretty simple. It looks like I also have to remove this AZ compressor line a little bit out of the way, so there's a 10mm fastener that holds it down. So I was running into some fitment issues with the AC bracket from the hose, so I just completely removed it altogether. Now the AC line does have a rubber piece on the outside that allows it from getting scored up by any other metal, so make sure that you guys do leave that in place so that the strut tower brace does not make full contact with the AC line. If you guys don't do this in the future, this metal is going to eat through the soft metal on the AC line. So as you guys can see, I got the front strut tower bar in. I do have some gap here with the plenum, so it does clear the Z1 plenum spacer. I'm pretty sure it could even clear a bigger spacer if you guys have a bigger spacer in your vehicle. So it did fit on there perfectly. I did have to relocate the AC line bracket out of the way, but once I removed it, it just fell into place, and I'm pretty happy about the build quality on this strut tower brace. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the rear so that we can install the still-in rear strut tower bar. That one is pretty rare, and I don't see many vehicles with this, so I'm pretty excited to get that installed. So this right here is the rear still-in strut tower brace. It's still in the original packaging, brand new, never mounted, so we're gonna go ahead and take it out of the box. I was able to find this still-in strut tower brace on OfferUp, so I don't believe you guys are going to be able to find this anymore just because it's discontinued, and it's just pretty rare to find it. So this is mint, brand new, never been installed. It even comes with its own hardware right here. One of these bags is for still-in headers, so this guy also had some still-in headers, but it looks like I ended up getting his hardware, so hopefully he doesn't need it. But I am gonna install this onto the vehicle right now. I'm gonna go ahead and go in the back and remove everything out of the trunk. So to install the rear strut bar on this vehicle, you do need to remove the trunk carpet out of the way. So as you guys can see right now, mine's installed. So we're gonna go ahead and get this out of the way, and we'll go ahead and see where we need to fasten down the rear still-in strut bar. To make it easier for me, I'm gonna go ahead and remove the tire out of the way as well. I feel like this is gonna give me just more working area. It's kind of crammed in here, and I think this is gonna make it easier. So with the spare tire out of the way, you guys can see that there is a little bit more room. I'm gonna also remove these side plastic containers here. This holds the jack and the tow hook. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this out of the way, and then also remove the other side so that I don't tear the carpet up too much when I do this. So I'm gonna do that. I don't think you have to remove all this stuff to install it, but like how I said, I think this is gonna make it easier to line everything up perfectly. To get these plastic containers out, you need to remove a few 10mm fasteners out of the way, and then once you do that, you should be able to pull these guys out. So as you guys can see, I got both sides out. Now with those guys out of the way, this carpet does move out of the way easier, which that's all we probably need to do to install the rear strut bar. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it and try to bolt this up. So I have the instructions in front of me, and from what it looks like you have to fasten down the strut bar to this bracket right here. There is a wire right here, a cable that you need to pop out, so pop off that connection right there, and then you're gonna go ahead and look for the other side as well. And it looks like that's where it's going to mount, so it is necessary for you to remove your carpet out of the way. So I just have mine partially removed, so that should give me enough clearance to get this installed properly. And then also you do need to cut your carpet, because obviously the strut bar needs to come out of the carpet. So we're gonna go ahead and also cut the carpet just so that everything looks good and it's pretty much ready to go. So we basically do the same thing to this other side and remove this connector out of the way, and it'll give us space to bolt our strut bar. So it's a little bit difficult to get these nuts installed because there's not a lot of space behind the bracket right here. But basically you're gonna get the supplied fasteners and washers, and you're gonna go ahead and fasten down the rear strut bar. So I'll go ahead and just put on the bolt through the hole right here, and then go ahead and sneak one of the nuts through the back side. So as you guys can see, I got the two bottom fasteners installed. There is a hole right here that you need to drill out. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a little mark where I need to drill, and then I'm gonna go ahead and drill that out on both sides. And then once I do that, we're pretty much gonna be done with installing the still-in rear strut bar. I did scratch up the surface of where I need to drill out this hole. It doesn't need to be a big hole, just enough to fit the fastener. So as you guys can see, I have the hole drilled out. I did do the same thing to the other side. Now the only other thing that I would suggest doing before you guys fasten down the strut bar is painting the hole that you just made with some paint, so that it doesn't rust and corrode over time. But other than that, you pretty much are just gonna fasten down the strut bar and then put everything back together. So I have the fasteners all pretty much installed. Now they want you to torque these guys down to 12 to 15 foot-pounds. Once you do that, go ahead and put everything back together. The last thing you're gonna do is fasten down the bolt that fastens down the strut bar to the bracket. There is an 8mm Allen head that you need to hold, and then you also need to go ahead and fasten it down with a 13mm. Alright guys, so as you guys can tell, I did go ahead and finish putting the rear still-in strut bar on the vehicle. Everything fit on there perfectly. It looks so awesome. I'm pretty sure it's probably not going to do much of a difference, but just the way that it looks on the back, it looks pretty good. You don't see these very much, so I think it's pretty unique. This is pretty much going to conclude the end of the video. I hope you guys did find this video entertaining and useful if you guys are going to be doing this on your vehicle. If you guys did, please make sure to give the video a thumbs up. Consider subscribing for more videos like this. Follow me on Instagram at Eric's DIY Garage, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Peace out.